This is the Midas Mind Podcast. Change your mentality to change your reality. I say little clever shit like that from time to time. I think I might change it pretty much every time I do this shit. But this episode I got right now is the reason I started. So when I started this, the original reason was I feel like I got a lot of wisdom I can share, a lot of life lessons and shit like that that I want to get out. I want people to listen to me because I feel like they can learn something. But also, not to just say I think I know everything. I kind of do, but I also don't. But I also want to get people on this shit that have real life experiences that they can get out and that they can help other people with. And that's why this episode is important and life changing. So how this came about, me and my both of my guests today, are we from the same city? But so when you from the city we from, Lawton, like
Oh,
circles overlap. And what'd you say?
not my fault. I interrupted you. I thought you was asking me what city I was from. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue, my
Oh
brother.
no,
My
I'm gonna
fault.
get this
My
shit out. So
fault.
look,
Continue.
you good, you good. That's the guess. That's KJ. So when you from the city we from, right? It's small and circles overlap. So we was talking about this off camera. I've never really like for me and KJ have never really formally met. We like shook hands and like did the quarter shit. I met
Mm-hmm.
CJ a lot, talked to CJ a lot, but I've never really met KJ like that before, like formally. So I'm on Facebook and I don't get on Facebook a lot because Facebook is just it feels like the 1990s social media. It
Yeah,
feels
that's
like
the older folks.
you know what I'm saying. It's the
Yeah.
grown folks. So I'm scrolling out one day and I see a video and I'm like, all right, let me watch this. KJ posted a video, so I'm like, all right, let me watch this. And when I tell you this, I watched the video and I'm like, damn, this is like real powerful shit and that I really think could, if more people have access to shit like this and can see what he's talking about and hear what his experience through the shit, I really think this is a game changer. So, with no further ado, KJ, introduce yourself, brother.
What it do? What it do? I appreciate you first and foremost for having me on your platform. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, man. I go by KJ. Grew up in Lawton, Oklahoma. Born in Columbia, South Carolina. Just moved back home to South Carolina on September the 2nd, man. So it's my brother CJ. A lot of y'all know my big brother CJ as well. He said he wanted to be a video vixen. Nah, I'm just
Get him
playing.
on
But
there.
but nah, he just wanted to, you know what I mean, support. But yeah, I grew up in Lawton, Oklahoma, man. I was there since I was probably like what, 6, 7 years old.
You was in
I was in
you was in
second
grade.
grade. So like
It might have
yeah.
been even before
Like
then.
Yeah,
7 years.
probably like 5 or 6 years old. I've been in Lawton since 5 or 6 years old. So you know what I mean. Lawton, Oklahoma, that's home to me. My pops is
So
in the
look,
military, which is how we landed in Lawton. He
yeah.
did 8 years in the military. Then he started contracting overseas in Doha, Qatar. He was truthfully, I don't even know exactly how long he was over there. It's probably like
Over 20 years.
probably 20 years
20 years.
plus. You know what I mean? So,
Huge.
but yeah, man, I come from a two-parent household. You know, my Dukes was the one at the crib though. My Dukes was the one who, you know what I mean, I give a lot of credit to as far as me being the man I am today. You know what I mean? But pops, you know what I mean, he showed me that hustle. But mama showed me that character. You know what I mean? What it
Yeah.
mean to be a good person. She the reason why I carry myself the way I am. I carry myself and operate how I do on the day to day. The way I treat people. You know what I mean? I give all that credit to my mama. But yeah, man. 28 years old as of June 1st. Just been living and learning, man. You know, taking it a day at a time. Life be throwing haymakers, and you got to learn how to
Yeah.
bob and weave out here. So
So
I'm
look, I
just
feel like that's a
learning. You
perfect
know what I
time.
mean? Just
Yeah.
learning, trying to figure it out.
So hold on. Before we get into the real what this is really about, right? Two
Mm-hmm.
things. First, I'm gonna need you to center. I don't know what it looks like on the full screen. Can you center yourself again? There it is.
That's
All
better.
right. So perfect. So I be thinking about this a lot, right? Like influence. When you think of influencer or the word influencer, I feel like what people are going to really think, they're gonna think of like scrolling your on your phone and you on Instagram and you see
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah. Facts, facts,
influencers, right?
facts.
here's kind of what I think about it. I think like this is where the real influencers come from. If you think about like the whoever you see on Instagram, celebrities, uh, athletes, musicians, they're cool, but they can't influence like the people that KJ actually knows in real life the way
You did,
KJ
yeah,
can really influence
yeah,
them because you can like people around you they know you and they can reach out, they can text you, they know like a way bigger backstory than just looking at like a LeBron or whoever they see on Instagram
absolutely.
as an influencer. I look at this as real, what an influencer really is. The ability to really, like the way we gonna get into it more, but the way you really moving out, that's what real, to me anyway, that's what real influence is. It's vague now because people don't really know what we talk about and they don't really know the story. Or
Right,
maybe some people watch the original videos do. But to the
right.
people that don't, this is what we about to get into is real influence.
No, for sure, for sure. And like you said, to piggyback on what you said, bro, it's a difference from influence and an influencer, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's levels to it for sure. But I aim to be a positive influence. I don't care too
Mhm.
much to be an influencer. You know what I mean? If my influence were to
Yeah.
grow me into an influencer, you know what I mean, I'll take what come with it. But you know what I mean, I'd rather have real influence than being an influencer and affect real lives versus the social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type of
The really
time a lot of these folks on. A lot of people care about social media though, Jabray. Like all jokes aside, like that's a lot of people's life. Like, you know what I mean? First thing they do when they open their eyes is what? Go to social media. Grab their phone and go to social
oh,
media. Like that shit over with. I be having to delete it off my phone from time to time because I be feeling like I need a break from it. I think it's a lot of negativity on there. I think it's a lot of envy and hate and just I feel like social media give people
False hope. Like
they compare themselves to people they see on the timeline, so it make them feel like they not doing enough. I feel like social
yep.
media give random people, and I'm not saying you know what I mean they ain't got no voice or whatever, but I be feeling like they think their opinion carries so much weight because they said it on Twitter or something, because they said it on Instagram. You dig what I'm saying? Like they just that
Yep.
relevant. Or, is that's not influence? That ain't. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think social media has hurt more than it's helped our generation.
I think so
And
too.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of social media. I've been told, as you said earlier, Jabray. You know, I've been trying to be a little more active on it, just because I say this humbly. I know I got a voice and I know I can help people. So I've been
Mhm.
trying to, you know what I mean, interact and mingle a little bit more on social media, just because I want to be a real influence, a positive influence, because a lot of people need help and a lot of people suffer in silence. Like real talk, a lot of people. So you know what I mean, if I could be the person that gotta isolate myself and take that leap of faith and you know what I mean, put up a video or two every other week speaking on some real life stuff, I'll
Yep.
do that. I'm humble enough to do that because I want to be able to help people. That's just my heart, bro. That's just who I am.
And
I want to help
you
people.
know what's
You know
crazy
what I
about
mean?
it too?
So, I don't
To
know.
the point that you were saying, a lot of times, and after this, we're gonna get straight into it. A
Already.
lot of times, I think people think they're the only ones that like are going through a certain thing and feel a certain thing. Like when I watched your video, I was like, I had no idea this was. Obviously, we don't know each other too well, like in passing and shit from social media and passing in real life. But when I watched it, I was like, I had absolutely no idea that's
Man.
what it was.
Let me say one more thing before we dive deep into it. It was Jabray, for real, like I was embarrassed about it, bro. I was ashamed. Like it
Hmm.
wasn't nothing I wanted to broadcast, like, cause if you know me since I was a youngin, growing up, like you know what I mean, partying and I don't drink, you know what I mean. I smoke a little bit. I really don't smoke no more now, but I used to smoke a little weed or whatever. You know what I mean, the typical things. But like as far
Yeah.
as like indulging in any type of drugs, like I was a real advocate for saying no to drugs. Like I wasn't with that. I wasn't with that, bro. I wasn't with that. But you know what I mean. It just goes to show, like It can happen to anybody, bro. Like anybody. I would have never in a million years guessed I would have had to deal with what I dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Still dealing with. You know what I mean? It shit ain't
Yeah.
over. Like I battle every day. But you know what I mean? Go ahead, Jabray. Say you know what I mean? Let's take these folks down this road. What you want to dive into, brother?
So with that being said, because I feel like we set up a good amount of background a little bit, but so I just want you to start with kind of how you started on the first video, just telling the story of what happened and how you got here now.
Okay. For sure, bro. I'm gonna give you the whole rundown, like you said, like the first
Yep.
video, and it was I can't forget these dates, my brother, because I'm telling you, it changed my life, man. It changed my life. June 2nd, 2016, I had an eye surgery, and I had just got back from overseas. Like I said, my dad, he was overseas contracting and stuff, so we used to make trips overseas for the
Christmas.
holidays. You know what I mean? Christmas time, we went over there about 3, 4 times. So, but this last trip, man, we in the it ain't no Walmart over there in Qatar, but it was like a supermarket. You know what I mean? And I
Mhm.
walked past a mirror, bro, and I see something growing like in the corner of my eye, and like I don't even know how to describe it, bro. It was abnormal, and it wasn't always in my eye. And I'm gonna be honest, it scared me. So I showed my
Yeah.
pops like, you know what I mean? What's up, pops? What is this? You dig? So I go to the hospital overseas. I go to a hospital overseas. And this in the Middle East. You know what I mean? I'm in Doha, Qatar, bro, by Saudi Arabia. So
Yep.
I go to the doctor and he basically on some it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing major. Basically, like really was just trying to get me in and out type shit. So I come back home and I go see another doctor or whatever, and then they was like, yeah, we're gonna have to cut that out because it could possibly be cancerous. So I end up having that surgery on June 2nd of 2016. They removed that out of my eye. It wasn't cancerous by the grace of God. And after the surgery, they prescribed me 25 hydrocodones. You know, and me being me, I didn't do nothing but I took my medicine as prescribed, bro. One a day. I took my hydros. They gave me hydrocodones, 25 of them. I took them one a day, bro. And truthfully, when I ran out, like I'm gonna be real, bro. Like the very first day I took the first pill, like right after my surgery, I had the surgery in the city. I got home, picked up the script, and they told me to take some. They told me to take one or two a day. I can't really even recall, but I took my first one, bro. And I was smoking weed at the time, whatever. But like I'm with the homie. I'm with my brother and my other partner. Shout out B Ray. And we just smoking at the house or whatever, but I feel the hydro like I'm like, damn, this ain't the weed making me feel like this. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
like, this hydro. I'm like, damn, this should make you feel that good. You know what I mean? This should make me feel good. Like, okay.
Mhm.
But so I of course I take my medicine as prescribed, like I said, and I ran out of my 25. Long story short, I still continued to know where to get them off the street. So, to be real, man, I just kept doing what I was doing. They were cheap, bro. They were everywhere, easily accessible. You know what I mean? I say this humbly, but I'm fairly popular from the town. You know what I mean? I know people that know people, so it wasn't nothing for me
Yeah.
to find some more. You know what I mean? Painkillers or whatever. So I'll say it was about a year, bro. It was like a year after my surgery where it was just on and off. It wasn't an issue, bro. It was just on and off. Nothing crazy. You know what I mean? So again, we take a trip overseas, bro. And I didn't realize in the moment. I just put two and two together in hindsight after the fact once I got a better understanding of addiction and what I was going through. So we take a trip overseas I don't know, about a year later after my surgery. It's the holidays. It's about around the holiday time, and I realized I'm sweating in my sleep, bro. I'm not hot, but like I kept waking up and I'm
Yeah.
sweating in my sleep. You know what I mean? But that's my only symptom at that point, Jabray. Again, this a year later after the surgery. That's my only symptom. So I'm not thinking nothing of it. You feel me? It ain't nothing crazy. I'm literally just sweating in my sleep. So what I do, I try to switch blankets. You know what I mean? Try to sleep with lighter blankets, all that good stuff. Nothing working. I'm just sweating in my sleep, but it ain't nothing crazy. It ain't outrageous at this point. It ain't even. I don't know. I don't know. I'm withdrawing from, you know what I mean, opiates at this point. But I come back home and I continue doing what I'm doing, brother. I continue doing what I'm doing. But when you doing that, when you dealing with painkillers, every day, your tolerance is gonna go higher. So you know what I mean. One go to two, two to four, four to eight, etc. Feel me? So once I realized like hydros ain't really getting me how, you know what I mean, it ain't getting me how I want to get. You know what I mean? With the Percocets, and then the same process started. Same process. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Need more and more and more. And then after the Percocets, it went to oxys. You know what I mean? Same thing. It's just like they expensive. They too expensive. But you know what I mean? At that point though, like once I went from the perks to the oxys and stuff, I know what I'm doing to my body, bro. It's like it's at the point to where my body pretty much dependent on the medication. I'm starting to have withdrawals and all that stuff. I'll say this is probably like at that point maybe about 2.5 years later after my surgery. Okay, so I'm I'm still doing my thing, bro, and I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make the story a little short. So
Yeah.
I I go from the hydros to Percocets, from Percocets to oxys, from oxys to roxys, and then after Roxy's, it came to fentanyl, bro. Started fucking with the fentanyl. Excuse my language. Started messing with the fentanyl.
No, you
So,
good. I cuss on this shit all the time.
say that again.
I cuss on this shit all the time. You good.
Okay, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
good.
All right, we're good. All right, for sure. So, um, yeah, man. So one night I'm in my room upstairs playing Call of Duty online and whatever, bro. And I ain't gonna say his name. Rest in peace to my brother, my partner though, man. He the one who introduced me to this fentanyl though. And unfortunately, that's how he lost his life as well. But one night, like I said, I'm upstairs in my room playing a game, but I'm withdrawing, bro. I'm withdrawing. I can't find no perks or nothing. You know what I mean? My partner come upstairs and he's like, "Shit, I got some perks. You know what I mean? I got some Roxys, little M30s, man. Perk 30. Really, it ain't a perk. A Roxy 30. So, and me, I'm gonna be all the way transparent, Jabray. I ain't never was the one to play with my nose, bro. I ain't never did that. I always just pop my pills. I pop my pills, bro. I wasn't with the playing with my nose. That shit is just like, it's nasty to me. You know what I mean? But that night, I'm withdrawing, bro, and it's already broke down into to a, it's already crushed up. So you know what I mean? He just like snorted. You know, he was like snorted. I'm like, man, I'm fucked up. Fuck it. So I do that. You know what I mean? I boot up. You know what I mean? I say when I say my withdrawals went away in literally 10 seconds, bro. It make you see, and this is what a lot of people don't understand, bro. Fentanyl is just a stronger opiate. They say it's 100 times stronger than heroin. You know, so my withdrawals went away immediately, and I'm like, damn, this shit got me feeling good, and I did a little bit. And this is what's messed up about the situation, bro. Real Percocets cost more than the fake, you know what I'm saying, 30s, the press ones with the fentanyl. So you can get higher by spending less money. You dig what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So March of 2020 when COVID cracked off, bro. That's when that's when the streets of Lawton really was like getting flooded with a lot of the fentanyl, bro. A lot of fentanyl was coming through Lawton at the start of the pandemic. And like I said in my original video, bro, like I damn near feel like the government did it. Hey, I lost you, Jabray, but you know, we good. We're gonna keep it
Yeah,
rolling.
we gonna keep
But
going.
yeah, so May 2020, I moved my mom out here where we are now to Columbia, South Carolina, right? And I ain't even told you this story, bro. I'm gonna give you the raw. I'm gonna give you the raw. And CJ was right there with me, man. We it's a 16-hour drive from Lawton, Oklahoma to Columbia, South Carolina, bro. We get somewhere in Arkansas. We probably only like 4 hours in. But look though, me and my brother, like, I was never proud of my addiction. I want to make that loud and clear. Like, I was looking for so many ways to get off of that shit, but I was just like, the lifestyle I was living, I was working every day, and it was just limited resources in Lawton. And there's a methadone clinic that I wouldn't recommend to nobody, honestly, unless that's. I wouldn't recommend a methadone clinic. That's a way to help get off of opiates, though, for those that don't know. But, excuse me, I had tried the methadone clinic route, wasn't feeling that. So I'm sorry, let me back up a little bit though. May 2020, we moving my mama home, right? And me and bro made an agreement, like, we are not. This is it. This is it, bro. When we get back from South Carolina, we done with the opiates. We're not touching them no more. You dig what I'm saying? We're not touching them no more. So there's this thing called Suboxone, which it's similar to methadone. It's a opiate blocker that helps you when you're withdrawing. It helps you get off of the opiates. You know what I mean? So we have been dealing with the fentanyl, right? And we about 4 hours. We ain't taking nothing with us. We ain't taking nothing with us to move my mama. You know what I mean? All we got is Suboxone because we genuinely trying to get clean. Like we genuinely trying to get off of this shit. So, bro, I was oblivious to the effects of mixing Suboxone with fentanyl. Mind you, I'm not familiar with fentanyl at this point like that anyway. I have dealt with Suboxone before, but there's a thing called precipitated withdrawals that I know a lot of people ain't never heard of. But if you're dealing with fentanyl, you're supposed to wait, depending on the amount of fentanyl you're dealing with, but you're supposed to wait, what is it, see? 24 to 72 hours before you take Suboxone after you're dealing with fentanyl. You got to get that out of your system or to throw you into precipitated withdrawals.
which is 100 times
Which
worse than
is
normal withdrawals.
bro, when I
So what
say
we did is we took it like 2 hours after we took the pills.
probably like no, it was longer than that. It was probably like 4 or 5 hours after we had the pills or whatever. You know what I'm
So
saying?
what happened was it threw us
Into
into immediate
precipitated
withdrawal.
withdrawals, bro. Like
So we had fell asleep for 5 minutes and we woke up and we were freezing cold, bro. Like
freezing cold. It was the craziest feeling
our
in the
the
world, bro.
the hairs on our arms were sticking straight up.
Like
So
standing up, bro.
we
Literally.
looked at each other and we knew it was something wrong.
Like we knew we started feeling like we was fine. And truthfully, we didn't even have to take the Suboxone at that point. But we was just trying to do the right thing and like get it in our system so we won't start feeling withdrawals. That's the whole point of why we did that. We don't want to feel withdrawals, bro. Them shits suck. Them shits suck, Jabray. They suck.
I don't wish
I
that
don't
on.
wish that upon not a single soul walking this earth, bro. Withdrawals suck. Like they suck, bro. They're horrible. It's like damn near handicaps you. For real. But
It does.
so it's just me, my mom, and my brother, bro, and we do that bullshit, and we realize like we trying to thug it out for like, man, we trying to thug it out for like
like 30
30,
minutes
30
to
minutes to an hour. But we like, man, bro, we
can't.
got 12 more hours on this road trip, man. I cannot do this shit, bro. I can't even get behind the wheel. I can't help mama drive feeling like this. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
look at C like, bro,
We gotta tell her.
I gotta say something, man. I can't do this shit, bro. This shit crazy. I ain't never felt no shit like this in my life, bro. Like,
Mind you,
so
our mom is a bit oblivious to anything that we're taking at this time.
yeah, she oblivious to what we got going on. My mama don't condone none of this shit at all. She hates.
She hates
She
drugs.
hates
She
drugs.
done lost her mom. She
She
done
done
lost
lost her mom. And she done lost her
uh,
dad. You know what I mean?
her aunties,
Her aunties,
all
all
to
the
drugs.
drugs. You know what
So
I
she
mean?
hates it.
And I'm gonna say this, like we do come from a long line of addicts, and my mama has always told us that. But when I had that eye surgery, Jabray, and they gave me them hydrocodones, I wasn't. I was taking the medicine as prescribed, thinking this what I got, this what I need to do, this
Right.
what the doctor. You know what I mean? I just had an eye surgery. Like, let me take my medication. So
So when we tell her, we tell her,
yeah, we tell
she,
my mama like, mama,
mom,
we fucked up, mama.
yeah. So
Like
she immediately pulls over to a gas station, and she just gets to praying. She
she
gets to
just pray.
praying.
Yeah, my mama's a very very godly woman. She just started praying over us and. You know what I mean? She letting us hear it too now. She letting us hear it too now. But bro, I don't know where the hell we at. We in the country city in Arkansas,
Arkansas.
bro. Like we down for the count, bro. Like that's the worst withdrawal I ever experienced in my life, bro. We like that shit gave us a fever. I'm talking about it's like flu-like symptoms times 100, bro.
bro.
That's if that's my best way to make you kind of understand what withdrawn feel like. But
Bro, we were messed up for like a month, bro.
yeah. After we
We
did that
stopped
shit,
3 times on the way to we stayed in Arkansas over the night. So
yeah.
I spent like $300-400 on hotels. We finally got on the road after we had stayed there for a night. We made it to Atlanta. We got another hotel. We got
Stayed
one with a
there.
jacuzzi because the jacuzzi made
Yeah,
us feel a
a
little
little
bit
better.
better.
It's like when you take a shower, that's the only thing that kind of help calm
Yeah.
down the
Yeah, but
withdrawals.
soon as you get
As
out,
soon as you get out, bro, you do all that shit again. But
so yeah, so we finally made it,
we
and
finally make it to Columbia, South Carolina, right?
we went down there to get me a truck for work. We went down there to get me a truck for work. So we down there, but we messed up the whole time, bro. We messed
Like
up the whole time. We
we
didn't want to go see family or nothing.
like bro.
We at my sister Jules' apartment, just
Hiding out, really,
just
really
hiding.
hiding out. I don't want to see. I don't want my family to see. You know what I mean? See us like this. I don't want them to know what we going through. Like I said from the jump, bro. I wasn't proud of my habit. I was embarrassed of my habit. I was ashamed of that shit. Like I was trying to do everything to get out of that hole, but it was like again limited resources in the town, and like I genuinely was like I was ignorant on how to. You know what I mean? Get right at that time. So we end up staying in South Carolina for 21 days. Exactly, bro. 21 days, and then, bro, buy the truck, and you know what I mean? We fly, we make it back to Oklahoma. You know what I mean? I was about sober for probably like 3 weeks at that point. But I'm gonna be real, Jabray. I wasn't ready to, you know what I mean, get right. You know what I mean? I came back home and got right back on my bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm a strong advocate on you can't help those who ain't ready to be helped. Cause you know what I mean? I can attest to that. I can speak on that from personal experience. You can't help those that ain't ready to be helped. But yeah. So we go back to Oklahoma and we continue our use. We continue our use and shit, bro. And it's just like we just digging a deeper hole for ourselves, bro. Digging a deeper holes for ourselves, bro. And at that point, after we returned from South Carolina, bro, I'm trying to buy. I don't. I'm not. I didn't fuck with fentanyl, bro. I done lost friends to fentanyl and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But again, it gets you higher and it's cheaper. And the real Percocets is, you know what I mean? You can't find them. You can't find them like that. Like unless you just super plug with all the aunties in the city. But you know what I mean? It's first, the 15th or the 30th is when the real scripts come through. You want some fentanyl, bro. It's somebody to call every single day, bro. No exaggeration. I had probably like 10 different plugs right there in a lot and alone. Like, shit was ridiculous on the press 30s. Like, shit was everywhere, brother, everywhere. So I say all that to say this, man. Fast forward. I'm probably I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm at the lowest of my low at this point. This is probably like 2022. We can, cause we left in September. So I say like June, July, August area. Really, bro, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000, cause man, we're gonna make this episode raw, bro. Like I wasn't homeless, bro, but I was damn near homeless, like behind my habit. And for those who don't know, my brother and I, we going through all this while we're running a successful moving company. Like we got our own business, LLC, EIN number, all that good stuff. Like we trying to
What's the business
function
called real
while
quick? Go ahead,
maintaining
plug
it
the
cool.
business in.
So it's just it's growing overwhelming, family. Like it became overwhelming. We even had a opened up a U-Haul, like you know the neighborhood dealers, like where you can
Yeah.
it's not an actual U-Haul store, but it be them neighborhood dealers where you can pull up and actually rent a U-Haul truck from spots
Yeah.
as
I know.
well that aren't the actual U-Haul store. So we had opened up one of those as well. And unfortunately one of the four that had started that up with us, he passed away from
the same thing.
fentanyl, you know what I'm saying? So we was down to three, and then my other partner, he threw in the towel on the business, so it was down to two of us. Really, I really wasn't even included. It was really CJ and my brother Marbro. You know what I mean? But long story short, bro, we end up fading away from the neighborhood dealer thing, and we continue doing our moving business or whatever. But we man, bro, I got tired of being tired. I got tired of being tired, bro, and I had finally decided to reach out. Like, well, first we tried the methadone clinic, you know what I mean, and basically like that shit is just a substitution for fentanyl, for real. Like
Cause the withdrawals
the
from that,
withdrawals from methadone, they say is worse than the withdrawals from fentanyl. You feel me? So I was like, nah, I'm not trying to get on a drug to get off a drug. Basically, I wasn't with that. So you know what I mean. I tried it for a few months and I just wasn't feeling that. So what I did was, and not to put my brother business out there, but my the reason I didn't leave Oklahoma sooner is because my brother had a legal situation. You know what I mean? He wasn't off of papers until August 15th of 2022.
mm-hmm.
So as soon as he got off of papers, man, that's when we probably like 2 weeks later, bro, we had moved out here to South Carolina. But I'm gonna go back in time again and like shit, bro. I don't want to say too many names just out of respect of the families, but I can
Yeah.
count. You know what I mean? I got ooh, yeah, KB.
Yeah,
Man.
just say the names. They might know 'em.
Shit.
We lost our homie,
Well, fuck it, yeah. I lost Ian Jones, man. Rest in peace, man. We lost Cavazier,
his baby
his
mama.
baby mama, to fentanyl. Michelle. We lost Brianna Smith. We lost my boy Flute Man, Cole Stamps. You know what I mean? That's five people I can think of off the top of my
That
head
we was
that
close
that
with.
that, that was close with me. You know what I mean? Ian
He ain't stayed at
stayed
our
stayed at my house 3 days in a row
the
the day
day before
before
he
he
died.
passed away. You know what I'm saying? So like that one hit
I
me
still got his Louis bag
like
upstairs.
literally. I got his clothes in my closet right now. You know what I mean?
It's
It's
not
just
me and my girl split, but she still got the house, and the stuff is still upstairs right now.
in the closet. Like you know what I
Like
mean? We lost a lot of people to
to
fentanyl,
some dumb
bro.
shit.
Just drugs,
Yeah.
and I just like the reason I've been speaking out, Jabray, making my videos, is because like
People need to hear it.
people need to hear it, bro. Because people have been turning a blind eye to it. Like, bro, the opioid epidemic in America in general is rampant, but in Lawton, Oklahoma, bro, the shit out of control, bro. And the resources are so limited. It's just sad, bro. And like my reasoning for speaking out and telling my story was just to encourage somebody else to speak up and like you know what I mean,
Right.
change your situation, like because for me, I always knew though. I got a strong mind, Jabray, and I ain't never been no dummy. I knew what it was for me. I just needed to change my environment. I wasn't dealing with fentanyl because I liked it. I'm gonna be 1,000% real with you, bro. Probably that last year and a half of me fucking with fentanyl, right hand to the Lord up above, bro. I wasn't even getting high off that shit no more. Like I wasn't even getting high off fentanyl no more. I was so immune to it, bro. I was doing it just to function, to be able to go to sleep, go to work, and
Right.
eat, bro. Cause if I didn't have it, bro, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, and I damn sure couldn't make it at work.
So
I
what was
damn
the
sure.
what was the turning point of like when you kind of knew something had to change?
had
So I know
to.
when I watched the video, you said it was two specific things. One happened and you kind of didn't turn after that, but then the second one happened and you was like, all right,
Okay,
now it's
you
time to do something different. Talk about
Tell,
them
tell, tell,
two.
me, tell me what you referring to. What was that first thing you referring to?
you
What I
talk you
said?
talking about the
The
OD?
yeah,
Okay, yeah. See, okay, so those happened while I was here in South Carolina, my brother. So this happened
oh
after
damn,
the fact that I had been clean for a couple months, and I'm gonna give it to you raw, bro. I'm gonna give it to you raw. So we're gonna jump forward to when I had moved to South Carolina, bro. Like I said, I have been here since September 2nd, and I have been sober since September the 5th. I just turned 28 on June 1st, bro. June 1st, I turned 28, bro. And I'm a spiritual person, so like
28.
everything that transpired happened on the 28th of each month that I'm finna get into, bro. And that was for me, God telling me like, boy, do you want to see 28? Cause you finna take yourself out. You keep fucking around with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That was what God told me, like for real, for real. But so December of 28th, 2022. September, October, November, December. So yeah, I had about 3-4 months under my belt of being sober. And just on some, and this, I ain't. Hey, first and foremost, for those who end up seeing this, when I say anything about a relapse, I am not justifying my relapse by any means. I'm just telling you what led me to do that relapse. I hate the fact that I did it because my excuse is sorry as hell, straight up, and that's just the truth. My excuse for why I relapsed is sorry as hell. But January 28th, I'm at the house. I'm so sorry, December 28th of 2022. I'm at the house, bored as fuck, bro. Bored. I'm like, man, I'm having a little money on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to do that day for real. I ain't got nothing busy. I ain't busy. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm finna holler at my people. I go and relapse, right? So, long story short, bro, I just remember, and mind you, like I said earlier, bro, I ain't no nigga that like to play with his nose. But ever since the fentanyl, like I wasn't popping the fake perks, bro. I would break them down. I would break them down and snort them because I didn't want to do too much of fentanyl. You know what I mean? You can't really. Every pill is different. Every press pill is different. So I was just goddamn being very cautious of, you know what I mean, the amount of fentanyl I was entering my body. But like I said, I had about 3-4 months clean under my belt. I go out there and I relapse, and I call my people. Was like, yo, let me, you know what I mean? I pull up on them, and I'm with somebody, and like the way this shit was served to me, bro, it wasn't in no little. It was like wrapped up in foil or whatever. I'm driving, mind you, I'm driving. It's like wrapped up in foil and shit. So, bro, who with me? Like, here, go and get right. He hand me a little straw, and I just, you know what I'm saying? I do a little bit because I know my tolerance is nothing like it was when I was Oklahoma. I've been sober. I've been sober about 3-4 years. You understand what I'm
Three,
saying?
four
I mean,
months.
excuse me, 3-4 months. So I know my tolerance is nothing like it once was. So I'm cautious of how much I do. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then whoever I was with was like, man, you ain't even do shit, man. Do that, man. Get right. He tell me do some more. My dumb ass peer pressure. I'm telling you, it's a muff. It's that peer pressure, bro.
It'll
Don't
get
don't
you.
go for it. Don't go for it. But what I do, I listen to him and I do a little bit more, my boy. I felt it for like 10 seconds, brother, and black. And when I come to, bro,
You wake up
I
in a
wake up in the back of an ambulance, stretched. I'm on a stretcher. You hear me? And immediately I'm looking around, sick, bro, sick. Like I ain't even mad at the fact that, and I ain't proud of this at all. But I'm mad at the fact that I just wasted my damn money. I didn't get high, and my entire family finna find out. You dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what I'm upset about. That's a selfish ass mindset, and that's some bullshit. Like for real, cause
you could have lost your
I
life.
could have lost my life, bro. And I honestly, Jabray, I
You
died.
died.
I had died. They hit me with 3 Narcans, and they said I was gone for I think 9 to 12 minutes, bro. I was gone, bro. I literally died.
Like you were
By the grace of
dead.
God, I was where I was at, and I was with who I was with. You know what I mean?
Because they've been through it.
So
Cause
hold
the
on, hold
person I
on.
was with has experience. You know what I mean? So
They said you were like not breathing.
say that again.
They said you just weren't breathing for what, 9 to 12 minutes?
Nah.
Bro, my heart stopped. I wasn't, ain't no not breathing. My heart stopped, bro. I was dead, Jabray. I died for like 9 to 12 minutes, bro. No lie. And I ain't told too
Damn.
many people that, bro. But by the grace of God, you know what I mean? He brought me back. And that's how I know. That's how I know I'm here for a reason, bro. That's how I know I got a purpose on this earth, like, cause he ain't have to do that, bro. He ain't have to give me another opportunity. But I'm gonna be real with you, Jabray. That overdose felt like a nap, my boy. Like I said, I woke up mad, like damn, my nigga, I ain't even get high. I spent this money on this bullshit for no reason. I gotta deal with my family now. You know what I mean? That's where my head at initially. That's some selfish ass, dumbass shit in hindsight. Like, that shit disgusts me low key, bro. Like, I don't like the fact that my
Yeah.
mom went there. Feel me? But let's go. Let's fast forward literally 30 days later, bro. January 28th. What I do, man? Like I said, man, that overdose, it felt like a nap. So I'm gonna be real. That shit wasn't enough for me, family. That shit wasn't enough for me, bro. Like, it didn't scare me, bro. It didn't scare me. Like, you know what I mean? I would have goddamn. I'm gonna be. I was genuine, man. I ain't said this to a single soul, bro. Nigga, like after I left that hospital, bro, I'm calling my partner like, man, you still got some of that shit? I'm ready to go get some more type shit. You feel me? Just tripping, bro, tripping. But I'm gonna fast forward 30 days, January 28th of 2023. I go out there. I met a little lady out here on this end. She, you know what I mean? She talking about linking up, whatever. I'm like, okay, bet. I'll pull up on you. You know what I mean? What I do though, Jabray, I go and get some more pills, like an idiot, my nigga. And I pop them pills and I pull up on her. And I just remember smoking some weed with her, bro. And goddamn, walking back into the room, black from there. It's completely black. When I come back to, bro, I'm behind the wheel of the car in a ditch with red and blue lights behind me, two cop cars and shit, bro. You know what I mean? So I don't know when or how. I don't remember doing this. To this day, I don't remember doing this. But I called my brother CJ. I called bro, and
I pulled up
bro
immediately.
pulled up immediately. And I don't. We at least 15, 20 minutes away from. Put your shit on silent, bro. We at least 15, 20 minutes away from where we stay. So I don't know how the hell he got to me that fast, bro. But he pulled up on the scene before I
Yeah.
even left the scene. You dig what I'm saying? And Jabray, I ain't never been arrested in my life. I ain't never been in handcuffs in my life, and I took pride in that because I can't say that no more. I got a DUI that night. Right? Nothing crazy though, a little misdemeanor. Spent a night in jail. I was in there for probably like 6 hours, my nigga, and I just literally slept the bullshit off. Went and seen the judge, called bro, and I was out of there. But like I said in that first video, family, I've been in probably like 10 to 11 car wrecks in my life, no exaggeration. So, like I said, the overdose, it ain't hit me where it was supposed to hit me. But when I woke up in that ditch, you know what I mean? By the grace of God, I ain't hit nobody else. It was a one car situation. I just ended up in the ditch, whatever. But by the grace of God, like I said, it was a single car crash. But in my eyes, that was another wreck, bro. And I, 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 bro, I got real PTSD, bro. Like I'm truly traumatized when it comes to them car wrecks. So like that situation, family, that one woke me all the way up. That one scared me, bro. It scared me. Like a day or two later, after the fact, when I really sat down in my sober mind and really thought about everything that had recently transpired, I was like, okay, enough is enough. And this is the way my heart is, Jabray. Like this is just me as a person. Like if you cold, you know what I'm saying? If I'm cold and you cold, but you got on a short sleeve and I got a jacket, I'm gonna give you the jacket off my back. That's just my heart, brother. You feel me? That's who I am.
Yeah.
And like I say that to say this, I hated what all these situations was doing to my family more so than what I was doing to myself. Like, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Like I hated how I was hurting my family more than I was hurting myself. Like, and I've been telling myself like you gotta learn to love yourself more too. It's okay to be selfish in a good way, like, and that's where I'm at in life right now. I'm trying to be selfish for me, Jabray. Like I'm trying to, you know what I mean, be the best me, and it's requiring a little bit of isolation. It's requiring a lot of alone time and meditation, prayer, all that good stuff. But it's well worth it. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself, bro. But after I experienced everything I experienced, really that first Facebook post I put up speaking on my habit or my ex addiction, I received an overwhelming amount of feedback, bro. that it created opportunities. It's the reason why I'm here right now. You know what I'm saying? Like a week after I had posted that video, I went to it's called Mission Village out here in Columbus, South Carolina. It's a rehabilitation center. I went and spoke up there. You know what I mean? I got an invitation for a nonprofit organization. They want me to come and speak up there. It's just been opening doors. My transparency and honesty has just been it's been a blessing. You know, so
I got a question for you too.
man, ask me whatever, Jabray. Go ahead,
So
bro.
here's
Whatever.
the I got a question and also a little story too. So how like I feel like hindsight reveals so much that you can't see in the moment. So me, my thing was I used to drink a lot. Like it
Okay.
wasn't. Uh, I knew it was a lot in the moment,
Uh
like
huh.
when I was doing it, but it wasn't like you know what I should not do this. Like I knew I was. So I used to have a job where I would go to work at like 4:30 and work to like 4:30 a.m. and get off at
Mm
like 2 p.m. And
hmm.
so I would get like a little coffee from the like the little gas station close to the job and put
Right.
like the little alcohol creamer in it. I was
Right.
just the drinking was out of control, just like terrible. I know these are probably not the best decisions, but when you in the thick of things, it's hard to
It's hard to see it. It's hard to grasp it.
it's
I
hard to
understand,
see it,
bro.
right? So
Absolutely.
now that I have not done it in a minute, a year as of like June 4th of this year's been a year.
Mm-hmm.
Looking in hindsight, like I have no exaggeration. I don't even really know how I'm truthfully alive at this point. There's been so
Mm-hmm.
many times I have been just absolutely fucked up driving from Lawton to OKC, OKC back to Lawton, like
Right.
level 10
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucked up. I have no idea how I'm alive, how I haven't killed anybody else at this point. I remember, you remember Chung's, right?
Say that. Remember who?
You remember
Chunks.
Chung's in Lawton?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That was the hot spot for a little minute. Oh God.
hot spot. So look, I remember one time, and this might be on like a Sunday. It's not even booming. Me and the homies just went out, drank a little bit, went to Low Straits first, then we went to Chung's when that was still open. I remember just getting absolutely fucked up on the way back to the crib. Again, so when we talk about stuff that you're just not proud of doing, it's just part of the story. I remember
Mm-hmm.
driving back to the crib. I gotta throw up, but I'm still driving. So I just remember
Damn.
throwing up on my lap, still
Man.
driving on the way to the crib. But it's like I knew it was some bullshit, but it was just not enough to say
To,
maybe this is a
I'm
bad
doing a
move.
little too much. Maybe I need to clean it up a little bit, type shit. I get
Yeah,
it, bro. I get it. I
over the
get it.
course of like years, over the course of from like 20, probably like 1920 to like 28, which is a good chunk of time. And then
Yeah.
what hindsight reveals, like, you know what, that was what the fuck was going on.
Right.
So
Right.
what do you feel like hindsight has revealed to you now that you're on the better stretch of something like that?
Man, hindsight has taught me life is short. You can't play with life, bro. Cause you can clock out at any minute, bro. Like for real, you gotta be cautious of your surroundings. Life done taught me in hindsight, like you can't get lost in the worldly, bro. The spiritual is so important. In hindsight,
Yep.
I done learned like you can't please everybody. You need to like
it's about
it's
yourself.
about you, bro. It's about what you want. You gotta make yourself happy. Can't no, cause bro, don't nobody feel what you feel with you. You feel what you feel by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
People can
people
understand.
people can understand and they can relate, but they don't. A lot of people don't reveal like a lot of people, and it's just like a generational thing. I think, and especially as men, you supposed to just bottle up your feelings and just get over it. You know what I mean? That
Yep.
let society tell you, say it. Like they want you to just, as a man, you ain't supposed to feel. You ain't supposed to be hurt, or you ain't supposed to be not perfect, basically. But
Yep.
life can tell me, bro. In hindsight, at this point, like first and foremost, I'm grateful to still be here because I can relate to what you said, Jabray. Like, I don't know how I'm still alive, for real, because I don't. It's numerous incidents have not spoken about that could have easily took
Could have
me
been
out, my
it.
boy. Took me out, like, for real. Took me out. But I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful God gave me a second chance. Like, and again, like, bro, that was like for real the worst years of my life. Like the last 3 to 4 years was like the worst years of my life. Finances would have been fine if I was not indulging in the addiction. Like, but we were making plenty of money.
Like a ridiculous amount.
Like more than, and I say this humbly, more than the average person, bro. Like, I know for sure, Jabray, I probably spent over 150K to 200K
Oh
on
my.
drugs in the last 5 to 6 years, and I'm not exaggerating. I can pull. I ain't gonna do it on here, but I can pull up literal numbers and show you the amount of money I done made in the last 5 years off of this moving business, bro. And no exaggeration, bro. I know. Like, I'm not guessing. I know at least 100 to 200K has gone to drugs, bro. Like, and I ain't got shit to show for it. Like, as a sober-minded person now today, that shit makes me sick to my stomach, bro. Sick to my stomach. Sick.
That's
Cause
how
I
it
actually
be.
did so much with that money, bro. But like I said, I'm a firm believer in God, and I know everything is God allowed everything to happen for a reason. Everything was intentional. I'm glad everything happened when it happened, how it happened, cause
Yeah.
I'm right where I'm supposed to be in this moment, bro. Like,
And
for real.
you know what? So when you saying that, here's how I like to think about shit like that too, because I have blown maybe not 150,000, but I've blown a lot of money just on bullshit in general. And I look at
Hmm.
it as like when you watch a movie, right? If you were to
Hmm.
take, I said this on another podcast a couple days ago. If you watch a movie and you just take one scene out of it, or let's say you just take three scenes out of it, and you just watch it without watching the whole movie, you just watch these three scenes. It could be some bullshit. It could be you're gonna get the wrong context of the movie because you ain't seen it as it fully exists as the whole movie. You see what I'm saying? But when you get the whole context of the movie, you see the whole thing start to finish. These three scenes that when you watch it individually and it was some bullshit, in the course of the whole movie, in the context of the whole movie, it makes so much sense. And the full movie wouldn't be the same
Hey,
without
I'm sorry, Jabray. I'm
see.
listening to you. Continue, bro. I'm just gotta relocate, man. My damn phone finna die.
Oh no, you good.
Gotta stop it. Continue, bro. I'm
So
still
yeah, I
tuned
just
in.
feel
I just
like
gotta let you know.
in them moments of just like when you was talking about those years was the worst years of your life. As
Yeah.
individual scenes, they for sure probably was. But in the course of the movie, in the course of the whole 2 hour movie, them scenes are gonna make so much sense when you look at it as a whole. And the whole movie ain't gonna make sense without these key scenes of the movie.
Right. Right. Right.
That's
That's
how
why I'm
that's
like,
that's how it makes sense of shit like that.
oh God, I feel you, brother. And that's why I say, you know what I mean? Gotta allow certain things to happen. It be
Yeah.
intentional. You know what I mean? That's how he feel like that's how he got to grab certain people attention. You understand what I'm saying? Like, some people gotta go through that fire to really like bump their head and wake up and get it. Like just to really get it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's been a
But then
heck of
when
a
you
road
get
though,
it,
bro. But Jabray, this is the best I felt in literally 3 to 4 years. Like, I don't know, man. I'm still in the moment. Like, I'm still in the moment of just like I can't quite grasp the what's the word I'm looking for? Like, just the depth of what I'm really doing and what I overcame. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm still fighting, so I can't really like sit back and be like, man, I'm happy that part of my life is over. You know what I mean? I'd be alive if I said I ain't still fighting. You know what I mean? I'm still being sober. Don't get me wrong. I'm still thugging it, sober, feeling great. But I'm just like, I really want to be able to help. Cause, bro, Jabray, it's horrible. It's just horrible back at home, bro. It's horrible back at home, and I got so many partners I want to just be able to help, bro. Like, I
yeah.
genuinely want to help. I'm sorry. Let me get my camera together. That way we ain't doing all this moving. I got to throw this thing on the charger. Get back
Yeah,
set up, be
I got it
stationary, get the
rented
shit
for
back.
9 months, so we at the
But
tail end of the shit.
for sure, for sure. I ain't even peep. It's already been about an hour. But yeah, brother, like I was saying, man, I'm grateful to still be here, man. I want to be able to help the next man, whoever battling addiction, because I know a lot of people that are back at home, all across the world. I know people here, right here in South Carolina,
Uh
battling. You
huh.
know what I mean? It's not just a little crisis down south, Midwest and all that. Nah, man, this is a crisis all across America. Like it's rampant, bro. And I said it before, I'll say it again. I think this is worse than the crack epidemic without a doubt. Without a
Yeah.
doubt. But man, I'm striving to be the best me, man, and I am happy to be where I am today, especially coming from what I came from, bro. For real.
I
It's
think,
been
especially when it comes to addiction, because like you, I can remember my mom telling me like the history of like family addiction, but when
mm-hmm.
you in it, you don't see it. I think I read a book about addiction one time, and it was talking about how like it like chemically changes you. So in that respect, or some
Absolutely.
people are really
Absolutely.
more susceptible to it and like predisposed to it genetically.
Mm-hmm.
So I think shame of it is feeling like one is you just the only one kind of going through this, and two, it's 100% all your fault, which is not true. I think kind of
Right.
getting rid of those stigmas of it is important. Of like
Absolutely. Absolutely.
some
Agree 1,000%. Because this addiction, bro, it's like a generational thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not just something that it just pops up and you dealing with it
uh-huh.
like I said earlier, my mama, since I was young, man, she always told us, you come from a long line of addicts. Like, don't be playing with this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. Like, and bro, if you, no funny shit, no exaggeration, brother. Like, I was genuinely mad when I turned 21 because I ain't have an excuse on why I can't go out no more. Like, that's how, like, I always been, bro. I don't drink. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I ain't no drinker, you know what I mean? I used to smoke my little weed or whatever. I don't really even do that no more. You know what I mean? Probably once a month nowadays, like literally.
Yeah.
So I ain't a smoker no more. Like I genuinely been trying to be sober from everything. I want to be as clear as possible because I was so clouded for so long. Like I said, I had that surgery in 2016, but I'll say it was a problem since about late 2017, early 2018, all the way
Yeah.
up until September 20 September the September the 4th of 2022. So it was like a good 5 year run of playing with the opiates and you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and it was like a year and a half of the fentanyl, like the fentanyl when it was the worst of the worst. I mean, Jabre, like I was having, I was dealing with sleep paralysis. I don't know if you're
Oh, that
familiar
shit's
with
the
that.
worst.
The worst, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and this all came from this all came from the opiates, bro. The fentanyl. Like, I'm dealing with sleep paralysis, bro. I'm like, when I go to work, bro, I'm sweating like I'm in a sauna. Like, it just was just, it was just a horrible time in my life, family, and I genuinely was trying to do everything I could to get out of that position, bro. But I didn't know what to do, Jarek. I didn't know what to do,
Yeah.
and one day I had the strength to just simply reach out to my mama and my pops and just let them know what was going on. And really, nah, I didn't even reach out for real, bro. My brother got off of he had finally got off of probation, August 15th. We were gone by September the 2nd, bro. And I had always knew I needed to leave the environment. It's just my environment. It's just this is all it is around here. That's all that's going on. I would go to work. You know what I mean? I would come home, shower, and I'd go and get some. You know what I mean? Go and get what I was getting, get right, eat, go to sleep, and repeat. Like I had to have it every day, but it wasn't fun to me, Jabray. I wasn't doing it for fun. Like it literally got to the point to where my body was so dependent on it. I had to have it to function. If I did not have any fentanyl in my system, bro, I could barely even get out of bed, bro. Like it was so bad. I'm talking about I'm booting up before I brush my teeth in the morning. Like I
And I
was
want to ask something about something, not to cut you off. The part
you good.
about kind of having a change environment. I think in order to get where you're trying to go for real, I think there's a certain level of distance you got to create between yourself and truly damn near everybody. Not to say that you cut them off completely, but just to really see what you're trying to do. I
Mm-hmm.
think there's a certain level of distance to be created, and especially when a lot of people might not be familiar with law. It's such a small place, and it's not a lot of things to do for real. Not a lot of productive things to do. As it currently stands, I think it's probably gonna change soon. But I think there's a certain level of distance you literally have to create in order to even see the steps you need to take to get where you're
Man,
trying to go. Because
that's so real,
it's
brother.
like a familiarity. I'm not familiarity. Is that how you say it? You get familiar with like just the routine you have in whatever environment, going whatever places, doing this, and creating that distance really it lets you zoom out to where you can see a bigger picture than kind of just what you are accustomed to and used to.
Right,
Whether it's
right.
like physical distance moving to South Carolina, me moving to OKC, whether it's like just being less accessible, being less
Mm-hmm.
out, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the a certain degree of isolation is
Bro,
necessary to
it's necessary. It's necessary, family. Like it's detrimental almost. Like we done heard this 1,000 times, but I can't express how real and true it is. Like you gotta surround yourself around people that want the same thing as you, bro. Like you can't expect a different result doing the same thing, man. Like so with me, like okay, so I forgot to mention earlier. I had moved to Columbia, South Carolina in 2016, a little bit after my surgery, for literally 365 days. I moved on June 13th out here, and I moved back to Oklahoma on June 13th of 2017. So I was out here for 365 days on the dot, and I still say at that point it wasn't an issue. I was still like I was dealing with the Percocets and stuff out here. It was just fun at that point. But it's like
yeah,
for those that don't know, it's fun until it's not fun no
that
more.
ain't
Like, and if you are somebody like myself, and I say this humbly, that has a solid amount of income, and you can, you know what I mean, go and get whatever your vice is on the regular without worrying about finances, and you know what I mean, you'll never know you addicted until you go without it for that first time. So like, it's just it's a horrible cycle, brother, and Big Pharma needs to be held accountable because I'm gonna reiterate on what I said on my first video. Like when I was first prescribed them 25 hydrocodones after my eye surgery, bro, it was just like dead, no bull crap, bro. Like they dead ass literally just. I remember they gave me the goofy gas, put me under. I come back to, I'm getting wheeled out of I'm getting wheelchaired out of the hospital. I jump in the truck with my pops, and we on the way to Lawton. They ain't tell me not one thing about this medication. All they said was take one in the morning, one at night. You know what I'm saying? I know it's
yeah.
a tab though. I know it's a hydrocodone, but I'm not thinking nothing of addiction. I'm not thinking of nothing about where to lead me later on down the road or how addictive this medication is. The doctors told me nothing. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I got another scenario. So I don't know if you seen where I said I was diagnosed with anterior uveitis when I was 9 years old, bro. So
Yep.
let me break that down for you. Anterior uveitis is inflammation of the cells in the back of your eye. So the cells in the back of my eyes were swollen. And I used to have days where they would get inflamed and my eyes would be bloodshot red. And like you see how my window open, bro? If my eyes were
Yeah.
inflamed right now, this would hurt so bad I would have to turn off every light in the house. I usually either if I don't have shades, I'll be walking around the house with a blanket over my head. Like it. It's horrible. Like inflamed eyes, it was very painful, bro. It was.
Right.
I don't know how many different medications they put me on before they finally diagnosed me
Hey,
with
hold on. I don't
anterior
want to cut you off real
uveitis.
quick. Hold on. I don't want to cut you off. I think somebody rented this room I'm in for this exact time coming up.
Oh, you said
So,
somebody got this room.
like the room I'm in, so I rented a room in the library, and I think they're for sure right outside.
Ah, got you,
I think they times
got you,
right now. So,
got you. We can
just
wrap it
like
up, brother. Ain't no thing. I'm all down for a round two and
we gonna
everything,
yeah,
man.
we're gonna do a part two for this. We gotta do a part two for this.
For sure, for
So
sure.
boom, AJ, I appreciate you coming on sharing your story. This is life changing. I really think this is life changing stuff we're doing.
I agree.
One quick word you want to leave people with.
Say that one more time for me. I'm sorry,
What
bro.
is
I had
like
kind of
one quick word you want to leave people with?
man. Stay encouraged, bro. Stay encouraged. If you live long enough, you know life gonna come with the ups and downs, man. It ain't all good, it ain't all bad. But if you stay level headed, and keep God first, man, you can overcome whatever life try to throw your way. It's about
There it is.
your heart though, man. Your intentions gotta be pure. If you keep a clean spirit, man, and just try to do right by everybody, you know what I mean? The big guy gonna look out for you. It's about what you gotta worry about what God see, not what these earthly things. People are chasing earthly earthly items too much versus
Yeah,
focusing on the spiritual realm. That's where I'm at with it, man. I'm on my spiritual journey. Like
I got
that's
some
what it's
books for
about,
you
man.
too.
You gotta get right with God. Like focus on
Yeah,
God because He the one that's gonna get you through them tough times. Like I swear, if you
I
ain't
got some books I'm gonna
I
recommend
ain't
too.
say that again.
I got some books I'm gonna recommend to you too, because I see
Yeah,
what you're on. That's kind
please
of
do, because I've been
what I
lagging.
think too.
I've been wanting to read a lot more though. But I appreciate you for this opportunity, Jabray. For real, I would love to have a part two so we can, you know what I mean, get back into it a little bit
Yeah,
more. But from my heart, bro, I appreciate you reaching out, man. This should mean a lot to me. I appreciate you checking out my videos and just staying in tune with
yeah.
what I got going on, man. My mission is just to encourage and uplift the next man, man. If I can help somebody, just one person, I'm satisfied with me putting my little story out there. So
That's the
I'm just
mission.
trying to be
Hey,
the best me. I ain't better than
yeah,
nobody, and nobody is exempt from addiction. Addiction don't discriminate. So you just got to be
yeah.
cautious of your
I
time.
gotta, yeah, I gotta get out this room because they for sure looking at me like I'm 5 minutes over because I ain't.
For sure. Much love. I'm sorry
I'm
to
gonna
hold
hit you
you
up
up,
in
bro. I
text, bro.
appreciate it. Part two coming soon, brother.
Yeah, Midas Mind Podcast.